Hello, good morning, students. Last day was introductory class, and we have seen some examples, some definitions like sets. Collection of well-defined objects is called sets. Then we have seen empty set means the set having no element is called empty set and it is represented by phi. Singleton set means the set which have exactly one element is called singleton set. Then we have done finite and infinite sets means the set which have definite number of elements is called finite set and indefinite number of elements means whose elements is not countable are called infinite set. We have seen some examples. Now further consider sets, two sets, set A and set B. Suppose the elements of set A are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and elements of set B are A, B, C, D and E. Now compare these two sets. The only similarity between them is number of elements are same although elements are different. So number of elements of set A is 5 and number of elements of set B is also 5. So we may write number of elements of A is equals to number of elements of B. So if two sets are such that their elements are different but number of elements are same, such type of sets are called equivalent set. But remember this, the equivalent set is possible only in finite set because elements is countable. Let us see another example. Consider a set A whose elements are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 be any set or you may say any non-empty set and set B is equal to elements 1, 2 and 4. Since all the elements of set B are also the elements of set A, so in that case B is called the subset of A and it is represented by this symbol. This is subset of A and A is called superset of B and you may write like in this way, A is superset of B and B is subset of A. Now see, now see, one thing must be remembered that elements of set is non-repeated. Elements of sets is non-repeated. For example, A is equals to 1, 2, 4, 4, 5 is not a set because 4 comes twice. 4 comes twice. See another thing. Every set is subset of itself. Every set, you may say first example, prove that every set is subset of itself. See, let A is equals to 1, 2, 3. All elements of set A also the elements of set A. So we can say that A is subset of A since each element of A belongs to the whole set, so it is subset of A. Similarly, consider the set phi. Consider the set phi. Now consider phi. Phi is the set, you already know, phi is the set having no element. Phi is the set of having no element. So it is always subset of set A. So the phi and the set A are always the subset of set A. Means the set and empty set is always the subset of that particular set. See, suppose A is any set, and here we write down the number of subsets. We have just seen, suppose A is the set which have exactly one element, then how many subsets? Phi and the whole set, that is singleton set A. These are the subsets. Here you make another column, number of subsets. So how many subsets here? 2. Now suppose A is set whose elements is 1 and 2, means 2 elements. So the subsets are phi, 1, 2 and the whole set, that is 1, 2. Means it has 4 subsets. Consider the set which have 3 elements, 1, 2, 3. So construct its subsets. First phi, then make singleton set, that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3 and paired set means 2 elements and the whole set 1, 2, 3. So how many subsets here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And so on. The set having 4 elements, the set having 5 elements and so on. So now see, the number of subsets for set having only one element is 2. This should be written as 2 to the power 1. Similarly, 4 should be written as 2 to the power 2. 8 should be written as 2 to the power 3. Now compare. Since the set A has only one, that is singleton set, number of subsets is 2 to the power 1. If it has 2 elements, then number of subsets is 2 to the power 2 element. If the set having 3 elements, then number of subsets is 2 to the power 3 elements. On the basis of this ground, we can say that if a set having n elements, then it has 2 to the power n subsets. This is one of the very important article, that a set having n elements, then it has 2 to the power n subsets, and if asked anywhere, then you should prove like this, and this method is called mathematical induction method. Now see further. Universal set. It is quite obvious from the name that universe means the set of all members of the universe. The set of all elements of the universe is called universal set. Is called universal set. Universal set is represented by either U or the symbol omega. The set of all elements of the universe is called universal set. It is represented by either U or omega. Now come on to some very important term, intervals. Intervals. See what is closed interval, what is open interval. First see open interval. Open interval. Open interval between A and B is represented by AB. Some books have represented by small brackets and some has represented like this, open interval AB. This means for any element x, this is a set, for any element x which is a real number. So x belongs to R and value of x lies between A and B, not A and B. This is A, X, B. X is greater than A and smaller than B. This is meaning of open interval. The next one is closed interval. Closed interval. Closed interval be represented by the symbol between A and B. This means for any element x which is a real number, x belongs to R and value of x lies from A to B, means A and value of x should also be A, should also be B. But in open interval, value of x is greater than A and smaller than B. A or B does not lie. The third one is a right half open interval. A right half open interval. Right half open interval means that it is closed from lower value, that is A, and B side is open. It means x, which always be a real number, the value of x starts from A, x, but less than B, and finally left hand open interval, left hand open interval. Left hand open interval be represented like this, open from this side, left side, and closed from right side, means x belongs to R, value of x is more than A up to less than equal to B, and we represent like this. These are the intervals we oftenly use in solving the different type of problems, not in sets but also in different part of calculus, and its total length of interval is B minus A. Length of each interval. This is length for each interval is B minus A, right? So now see another part. The next term is power set. Suppose A is any non-empty set whose elements are 1, 2, 3. Now construct its subsets. Construct its subsets. So what are possible subsets of set A? What are possible subsets of set A? Phi. Then we construct singleton set like 1, 2, 3. Then paired set means set having two elements 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 3, and finally the whole set, that is 1, 2, 3. So altogether 8 subsets be there. Now make a set whose elements are all the subsets of set A. So this is very simple. We put it under a curly bracket. This is called set of all subsets of set A. So set of all subsets of set A is called power set. So what is power set? Power set is set of all subset of set A, that is power set of A, and it is represented by PA. Always remember that power set is also a set. So what is power set? Power set is the set of all subsets of a set. And see one more type, they are equal sets. Equal sets. In last day we have considered the example. Let A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Consider A 1, 2, 3, 4 is a set, and B is X belongs to natural number and 1 less than equal to X less than equal to 4. What you see here? Both set are same. This is set B is written in set builder form and set A is written in roster form. Both elements are same. So if two sets having same elements and number of elements are also equal, it means you can say that every elements of set A is also the element of set B, is also the element of set B. Then we say that the set are equal sets. So what are equal sets? If if A and B are two non-empty sets such that every element of set A is also the element of set B and vice versa. And vice versa means every element of B, every element of B is also of A. So such type of sets are called equal sets. And we just write it equal sets, and we write here set A is also equal to set B. Always remember that elements of set A is represented in small alphabets, where set is always represented through capital letters. Small letters for element and capital letters for the whole set. Now, in the next class, we will solve some basic problem. But before starting problems, you must learn all the definitions of sets with suitable example. Must learn these all sets, these all definitions which have done today and yesterday. Thank you. Tomorrow we shall discuss some problems of, not tomorrow, in next class we will discuss some problem of basic problem of sets. Thank you.